It's your girl Nylah, and I'm back with another video. Welcome back to the Vibers, the Blue Heart Gang. And if you're just getting here for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click those notification bells so that you can know every time I go live or when I do another upload. Because now we are in a relationship, and yeah, we got to get into this bullshit. Y'all, we got to do another psychological breakdown because this stuff just cannot be made up. I did some digging and I had a special one of my Vibers provide me with some stuff in the inbox. And honey, we need to take a deeper look at this situation because some women don't just want a man. They want the life that's attached to him, the image, and sometimes they want to become the woman attached to him because it literally just makes the whole little fantasy seem complete. Baby, we are not imagining this single white female stuff that's going on. This is not our imagination, okay? We are not all tripping. We are all watching imitation, proximity, and shifting timelines all wrapped up in the same situation. And that's why this does not look like a normal relationship and not just the regular side chick thing either. This is very, very different because there is a huge difference between a messy situation and a calculated pattern. And what we're looking at right now is not just a relationship timeline that doesn't add up. It's a series of behaviors. But here's the thing, we've been putting them all together, and so it tells a deeper story. So we're gonna do a deep dive and fill in the missing pieces because this dangerous imitation and mimicry of Remy that we are watching, look, we are not tripping, okay? And you do not have to be a student of psychology or the smartest person in the room to peep what's happening. But I tell you what, by the end of this video, you're definitely going to be on high alert. And there will be no doubt in your mind that this woman has been preying on Remy Ma this whole goddamn time. Let's get into this bullshit.
You know what I find funny? You said, read that comment. You said Papoose ain't going to be with you long. Enjoy. You don't even know how long we've been together. You think this some like month, 2 months, 3 month, 4 month type relationship. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. And I'm gonna let you say what you want to say, but just know when it's time for you to get an invite. Well, you're not gonna get an invite, but when you see it everywhere that, oh, we doing this and oh, we doing that and all this stuff, I want you to remember your comment in general. Remember your comment. Remember that. Because the man loves me down. He got plenty of reasons why. Plenty of reasons. Plenty of reasons. Plenty of reasons.
It was a private situation and a private understanding of what was going on. And I respected that. You know what I'm saying? And I also know the facts.
Okay.
I know the facts of it. So it's not like, oh, this is a happy home and I'm just trying to steal somebody's man. That's not it. His private business is his private business. So I can't tell him to, oh, you should have told everybody, like,
what?
No.
You letting him handle it the way he wants to handle it.
How you gonna handle it? Now, I don't know why she just came with all this energy and static toward me. I don't get it because they weren't together.
Okay.
And you already have someone or two.
But they're living in the same home, so
yes,
that makes things a little different.
You live in the same home and you still got your situation over here, though. You're still doing your thing. He's doing his thing. What's the issue?
We met at that Shakur Stevenson fight.
Yeah.
And then
you shook her hand and said you were a fan.
Yeah, I happened to be walking to my seat and I
looked. Happened to be.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something? So I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something? So I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something?
So he's been a fan. You get your moment to say, I'm a fan.
I see her. And when I went to shake her hand, I realized how beautiful she was. I was like,
Thank you. And so, never to be shy, as the rumor I heard, you then slipped into the DMs and offered him VIP tickets to the fight.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you know what?
She did.
No, so it was like he's a fan of boxing. And why not come and see the greatest fight? Yeah. But I did recognize, like, right away, I'm like, that's a good-looking man. So I thought to myself, I said, hey, you got me blind and I say he a good-looking man. That's all I'm saying. So when I sit in there, it was like, but I didn't even know that I liked him until, like, probably about 2 weeks. We was texting back and forth.
We was texting back and forth for the longest.
Well, I love this part. You were texting, but then you sent each other poems.
Yes.
I don't think I don't have them on, but yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We started at some point.
Because I rap too.
I found out that she does poetry.
You know.
Ooh, child, let's unpack. The fact that she is so bothered by something a troll that she does not know says about her relationship is really interesting. And I'm not going to act like I know that sometimes trolls can't get on your nerves and you just got to clap back sometime, but this is different. This woman has a very high clapback ratio. From a psychological standpoint, all this is telling us, Muffin, is that you need something validated. You want the audience to validate your relationship and you want them to buy whatever narrative you're selling. It's giving insecure. And then in the second clip, she literally goes on to talk about being in a private relationship. And she's mentioned this many times, but she's too dense to recognize that telling us that they were in a private relationship is telling us that she was a secret, that she knew that she was in a relationship that she was not supposed to be in and that was not publicly acceptable. And with all of that, she's also telling us that she does not mind playing the back seat if it gets her what she thinks it is that she wants. And this is very harmful for women to have this kind of mentality. It does not guarantee you a relationship. It does not guarantee you respect. All it guarantees is that the man that you are doing this with knows that he can play in your face, knows that you don't have a standard, and knows that he does not technically have to do right by you in order to get you to fall in line. Because when someone is comfortable lowering their standards and positioning themselves as the one who will endure, that's not always love. Sometimes that's just attachment at any goddamn cost. And when you pair that mindset with everything else that we have seen from her, the over-explaining, the need to prove the relationship, and the merging of identities, it starts to make sense why she's willing to accept a situation that hasn't been clearly defined on both sides. Because if your standard is sacrificed, then almost anything can feel like love. And that's usually where people lose themselves, trying to secure something that was never fully theirs to begin with.
What does black love look like when it comes to you and Pap? Like when you think about how you both show up and how you guys may define that with the way that you both love each other?
I think, you know, when you speak of like black love and what we call gold love now.
Come on, gold love. I know that one.
Yeah, because black love fades, right? Okay. You know, you got a black shirt, you keep washing it and drying it, all of a sudden it's gray. It ain't even black no more.
Right.
But gold is always in style. Oh, real gold don't turn brown or green.
Wait, I want gold love.
Gold love.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like, I feel like with me and Pap, we see the good in each other. Mm-hmm. And we also recognize the bad.
Right.
But something I can say is that he loves what I love what he loves, I love who he loves, and he loves who I love. And that's something that brings us closer together. Even with me being a boxer, you know what I'm saying? It's like
very heavy on the she loves what he loves, right? Because it's obvious that there was a time when she absolutely did love Remy. It is also very obvious that she needs black love to not exist. Because in her mind, black love existing means that she cannot. This is where her obsession is starting to and will get dangerous. A lot of people took this clip and just made it, you know, into a joke and all this kind of stuff. And I did discuss it before. But thinking about it even more makes me have to even realize that she needs black love as an entity to go away so that she can exist, because she wants to eliminate what she perceives as her competition. Again, that's dangerous because Remy exists. Remy's child exists. Everything connected to Papoose and social media and black love, which is something that a lot of black people brand their love under, it all has to go away so that she can strive. In essence, the same exact way that Claressa needs black love to not exist anymore is the same way she needs Remy to not exist anymore. She replaced black love with gold love. She is wearing all of Remy's fashions, wearing her hair like Remy at times, wearing all of the furs, acting and mimicking Remy in a way that is so toxic. And it is because she believes that she is the replacement for Remy. This woman has studied and watched this woman for so long that she believes that she has replaced Remy Ma as a person.
All right, well, first, if anybody on here been following when everybody learned about me and Pat from December, I will start by saying that we were private for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I really was enjoying our private relationship, and I enjoy our relationship now. But I just find it so crazy that a lot of y'all owe me an apology. Who I know it's a couple haters on here, whatever, some fans too. But anybody that was on here, if you had, once my number got leaked by Remy Ma in December, if any of y'all text my phone, called my phone, you called me a side chick, y'all was calling me a home wrecker, just for her to come out today and tell y'all what I had already told y'all, that she had a boyfriend for 2-3 years, and y'all was coming at me, disrespecting me, wondering why I didn't respond. You damn right. I was promoting my movie and I was promoting my fight. I was not about to get into something that, one, why y'all asking me, oh, why you doing all this over this woman, husband, and all this bullshit? When I'm like, bro, we been together. We go to sleep on the phone all the time. We freaking talk on the phone all day. We be together in person. So for me to be getting called all these different names and the truth finally comes out, it's crazy. Now that the truth is out, don't even give me no apology.
Now, let me be very clear. This is my opinion based on observable behavior and documented interaction. But in my opinion, she didn't just stumble into Pap. I believe that she was watching Remy first. And I don't mean watching in a casual way. I mean engaging, admiring, studying. Because as I go through Remy's social media, what I'm seeing is not random interaction. I'm seeing consistent likes, compliments, engagement, sometimes even in the same spaces where Pap is present. And when you see that kind of repeated proximity, that's when you have to start asking the deeper question. Because baby, sometimes people don't fall in love with the person first. They fall in love with the image first. They fall in love with how the person is received and how they're perceived, what they represent. And baby, let's be honest about what Remy represented at that time. She was beautiful, she was poised, talented, popping, and more importantly, she was attached to a very specific image, the image of Black love, stability, and loyalty. Now, whether that image was real or not is a different conversation, baby, because look, I get it. But at that time, that image was powerful. And just as a sidebar, you have to remember, she's never seen, quote unquote, Black love demonstrated in a way that was non-toxic. She's never seen Black men loving on their wives, celebrating their wives. Even if Pap was doing it on some bullshit, she's never seen it displayed in a way that was celebratory and wholesome. So she had to have it. And so again, when you see someone consistently engaging with that image, complimenting it, affirming it even, and then months later positioning themselves inside of it, that's not just a coincidence, baby. She literally leaned on in there and aligned with that man. And what makes it even more deep is that this engagement didn't stop early on. Didn't stop. We're talking about likes, compliments, interaction, all the way up to months before everything went public, months before they started being seen publicly, months before they actually admitted to being a couple. So now the question becomes, did she spot Pap first or did she spot Remy first? Because at this point, it almost reads like Remy was a reference point, a blueprint, even a form of mentorship, without even knowing that she was being studied, literally mentoring this girl without her consent. And I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to see it. Let's actually look at how she was engaging with Remy in real time. Because once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. Because at a certain point, her admiration stopped looking like admiration and it started looking like preparation, if you know what I mean. She was preparing for that man, honey. You know what I'm saying? Earning him. Let's go. So I'm going to start with some of the most disturbing to me, and then I'm just going to let them roll because I want you to see how frequent this woman was liking her posts, okay? And we all know about the DM messages and the timeline and all that kind of stuff. So just pay close attention to the dates. Now, this right here, I find particularly disturbing, and mainly because of the timeline, and of course, because Claressa is all up in it. So Remy posts this beautiful picture of her just getting her hair done and her lashes, which we know that Claressa has actually replicated this style before. And amongst the likes, as you see, Papoose is in there saying that he's in love. Now, note the date is January 27, 2022. And baby, the timeline matters because remember, they've established on Tamron Hall's show that they were in the DMs in 2020.
We met at that Shakur Stevenson fight.
Yeah.
And then
you shook her hand and said you were a fan.
Yeah, I happened to be walking to my seat and I
You happened to be.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something? So
here we have another time where it gets weird and creepy because here's a screenshot in December of 2021. And here we have Remy Ma. And in the comment section is her husband, Papoose, complimenting her as well as Claressa Shields. Now, they were already talking in 2020. So let's be clear why this is strange. But it's not just this. There's a whole lot of it. But just think about how low down and manipulative and conniving you have to be in order to play in a wife's face as you sit there and study her and her husband only to have a relationship with him and act like you're the problem. So now I'm just going to let the screenshots flow. If it's something very significant, I may chime in. But for this part, baby, just vibe with the music and look at the dates and who is liking her posts throughout the years.
Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas green. Face card, never decline of what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth.
Now, for me, this is where it really gets disturbing. As you see, this is another Instagram post of Remy, a cute picture as always. Claressa Shields is in the comment section. Look at her comment. Papoose, Remy? Is she serious? Now, based on the date and her own admission, this is during their timeline because this is around the time that Papoose and her were communicating in the DMs. And she's calling Remy, Papoose Remy underneath her pictures. And look what we have here. Her actually liking a picture of the couple together in 2020. Really, really, really interesting. And it did not stop there. The likes and the weird fixation did not stop there, honey. She's liking the pictures of Remy. She's liking the pictures of Remy's daughter. And this right here was super disturbing because this particular screenshot in a lot of people's mind is representative of Remy being fed up and tired of Pap and sending subs through this song that she did with Mary J. Blige. Do y'all remember? So we're not gonna act like it's ironic that the song that she did, Gone Forever, Good Girl Gone Forever, where it's, you know, alluding to a dude cheating and taking a woman for granted. Claressa loves this. Child. Not to mention, something about her liking pictures of Remy and her daughter is really sick to me. It's very, very unsettling. Now for this one, I really want you to think about what we're looking at. This is dated May 29th, 2024. Remy is posting a picture and Claressa is liking it. It was just a few months later that they're actually admitting to being in a relationship simply because they can't lie anymore. Even though Remy and many people like myself and others have posted and showed that these two were absolutely interacting before. So for all of the bird heads and the dusties that were talking about, oh, Remy cheated first. Oh no, baby. That's not what this is giving. And on top of that, how do you dare call a woman jealous or bitter when the woman was playing in her face along with her husband the whole time and they were together? This cannot be made up. But hey, we're not done because we want to see just how much she was liking Pap's post, how much she was interacting with him. Like, how does a man that is married even get to be on your radar? Not to mention, she was in a relationship herself, allegedly. So yeah, excuse my French on this one, but check this out, okay? Because this dick riding asshole, okay? Look here. Commenting on Papoose's stuff. Sounding like a whole groupie. And baby, this is before the alleged relationship began. But they did say that they were sending each other poetry and all of this kind of stuff. So who knows? Who knows whatever types of schemes was going down in the DMs? Because apparently with these two, it definitely went down. Now I want you to pay close attention to one of these pictures, because I think Papoose might have got caught up a little bit because he took a picture in Las Vegas the night of the Shakur fight, 2023. You think Claressa wasn't there? Child, please. So let's talk about the psychology, okay? Because when you take everything that we've seen, the social media interaction, the shifting narrative, the behaviors, the patterns, all of that, what it starts to look like is a woman who has deeply attached herself, not just to the man, but to an idea. Yes, baby, an idea of a relationship, an idea of a life, an idea of a brand. And this brand may not actually exist the way she needs it to. And because of that, when someone becomes attached at the level that she is, they don't just defend the relationship, they defend the illusion. You know how narcissists do. They defend their lies at all costs. And that's where all of her anger comes in. That's where the lashing out comes in. That's where the constant need to prove something to the public comes in. Because on the outside, it looks like she's trying to convince everybody else. But psychologically, the person she has to convince the most is herself. And when you're in a situation where you have to constantly reinforce a reality, constantly defend it, constantly perform it, at some point, you're going to start to lose the pieces of yourself that you need the most just to maintain the bullshit. Because again, if it was solid, it wouldn't require that much effort to hold it together, Muffin. Oh, but we're not done with the psychology, because tomorrow we're going to take this a step further. And this time, we're going to break this down like a fraction. We're going to talk about all of it, including Papoose's psychology. Because we definitely need to know what kind of family man allows this to happen. Sure, a lot of men cheat, have mistresses, women on the side, and all of this kind of stuff. But look at what's happening here. She's making a complete mockery of herself, trying to turn into his current wife, Remy Ma. We know that this is embarrassing for him. They've never been an embarrassing type couple. We never saw any of these antics. The thing about it is, Remy, sometimes people give her a bad rap and act like she's the hood booger, okay? Because she's a little rough, right? She's from the big Bronx, as she says. But we know that he's really not with that hood booger action, okay? And Remy, in my opinion, she carries it with a lot of class, okay? Just because she has an edge, she's a little rough and tough and all this kind of stuff does not mean that she is not in touch with her femininity. And clearly, Pap liked it long enough to hang around and create a family with her. Or was it because the situation was comfortable? But there are so many dynamics in this relationship that we need to psychologically break down. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss it, Muffin. Now, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to head over to Instagram after you watch this final clip. The account is larcher777. You should be able to see it actually in the watermark in the video. Check out what she put together. We're gonna get into it, honey.
Apparently, this dude been bamboozling the fuck out of us for a while now.
Black of the berry, they say the sweeter the juice. I wanna be the Remy to my man Papoose. Been a boss, bitches, I was slanging weed. Now I'm stepping on your neck.
And I also think that some people are putting the story together a little bit wrong. I don't think that's Papoose's artist. I think he's her artist by default because her father owns fucking Win Records. Their website don't even acknowledge him as an executive. They have him as an artist under Khadijah. Apparently, they've been out there doing shows on stage and matching outfits, something that he has yet to do with the so-called love of his life, that girl that box over there.
Let's move on along.
Yeah, and it was the same over in TuneCore. Nothing official mentioning him anywhere. But, apparently that's how it's going. I'm not sure if they wanted him to broadcast his role there, because they're not doing it, so I don't know. What it's looking like to me is that Win Records is a bigger thing over there in Africa than it is here. And he met up with Homegirl over on TuneCore as an artist, her being an artist, and she brought him over to Win Records, who then in turn probably told him, yeah, you an executive, but I don't see nowhere on the site. Like we said, it's not on no site nowhere. But they say he an executive. And he got that little buzz out there because of some lyrics he wrote that some kids turned into a gang or whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that deal with legendary. I'm here with the name, sir.
It's your boy Papoose. What's going on?
No,
This is 5,000 here.
this is only this one, $5,000.
Yeah, 5,000. This is 70,000. It's a bust down AP. You know what this is?
70,000.
70,000. You
This is 40,000.
Yeah.
This is another 40,000. 80,000 fucking US dollar.
The man, the myth, the legend, they are in flesh.
Hey, listen, man, if you think it's a game, you're not.
And that's where we stand right now. She brought him over to Win, and him in turn brought the boxer in as his pet. And that's what they doing.